And Jim, on that note, when you look at the dollar, when you look at gold, when you look at crypto, honestly, which is one of the bigger movers, maybe has bigger beta to some of this election news, does it make you itchy about any of those positionings?
No, I think these are really kind of issues that are really separate from themselves. I always find that when anyone brings up crypto and tries to make sense of it, it just doesn't work. I think that when I look at what Harris stands for, maybe she's not as combinations. I don't think she would keep the head of the FTC. I think she would change out the antitrust person in the Justice Department. I don't think that's not her rap. Her rap is not anti-business as much as I think Biden's is. Remember, Joe Biden used to tell me many times that he didn't care at all about the stock market. That is not Kamala's rap. She is not someone who seems to be anti or pro-business. And I think we better get used to the idea that she actually might be better for M&A than our current president.
Well, especially after he had advanced to the ticket, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, one of the things we have to remember is that there were certain things that were very populist about Biden, like there are things that are very populist about Trump. But what was populist was basically let's help smaller business. And let's help people, smaller companies, but also let's not hurt the stock market. He didn't want to hurt the stock market. Trump didn't want to hurt the stock market at all in 2016. The things he's saying now, the things Vance is saying now, they're horrible for the stock market. I mean, they're basically saying, listen, Wall Street, you've had your good time. That's over. And everyone keeps saying, you know what, he's saying lower taxes. Those are very at odds with each other. There's two positions. You're really helping rich people and Wall Street if you lower taxes. At the same time, I just think why do we think that Trump with Vance is very good for the stock market? It isn't. We got to start owning that. It's just not good for the stock market if they're true to what they said at the convention.
That's fascinating.